this segment, we're bringing it to you from this amazing suburb of Sydney called Bronte in eastern suburbs. Now, this is very close to Bellevue Hill, and again, it's one of the most exclusive suburbs of Sydney. Now, what we're doing here, we are building a retaining wall. There it is. Now, let me just take you through this process of this particular job. What we first called in here, it used to be a swimming pool in here. You can see some of the pieces that we left behind, and they left behind for a purpose because they're going to be acting as retaining walls. Now, imagine the owners were coming out of the house, and over here it was this massive wall about that height, and it was a swimming pool in here which they never used. So they said to me, Harry, can you fill the swimming pool in? Bring some of your fill and fill it in. And I said to them, why do you want to do that? Why don't we just take the swimming pool out and just build a small retaining wall in here with some railway sleepers, and then you have a nice big backyard. And then we agreed. So we went ahead with the guys here, Nacho and Nico, and we start cutting the pool. Now this is a fiberglass pool, so you have to be careful when you cut that because the little fibers could be very dangerous for you. So we cut the pool, and then we start excavating. And guess what? Over here, we found a massive rock, a rock shelf. You can see some of the pieces down here. Then we thought, okay, what are we going to do with it? And this is where the solutioneers come in, because we have our amazing machine with a little excavator that it can fit through a very narrow passage up to 900 wide with this big rock saw that it can just slice the rock like butter. And I said to Henry, why don't we use the same stone to build some steps? And now you can see the result. These steps in here, they were sliced with that particular saw. We just left them roll like that because that's what the customer wanted. And now you can see the results. Imagine, this was just one massive piece of boulder in here, and now it just turned into that. The main thing was to just get rid of the boulder in here so we can get down to the level. We did that, we cut it out with a saw, we just made the beautiful steps. Now, the thing is, once we just looked at those beautiful steps, we thought, hang on, we can't just put a retaining wall made out of railway sleepers. And then the owner said, okay, let's sort some nice rock. And we actually found this amazing rock that's coming out of a building that was built in 1880 from Metropolitan Demolitions. Look at it. We call it actually the Sparrow Picked because you can see the little marks. That's what this particular look is called. Now, most of this rock, it was made by convicts 150 years ago. So the value of this is incredible. And now look at the look. It's not the rock face, it's the Sparrow Picked. That's the difference. That's Sparrow Picked. So we started building this amazing retaining wall using this grey sandstone. And what we created, it was this amazing backyard that now the kids can just come and play once it's grass and it's finished. And one thing that I have to just mention to you, which is very, very important, we had to use a little bit of treated pine over here. This is going to be decked out so you don't see it, but treated pine, it's very good, but you have to remember one thing. It's treated on the outside. Once you cut it, it's not treated anymore, right? So a lot of the times, as you can see now on your screens, a particular staircase, after 8 years, it just rotted away and no one could use it because of dry rot. Because what is a piece of timber like this? It's part of a tree. Now the tree gets its nutrients from the ground through the little veins. Now this is still alive even if you cut it, and it will still suck the moisture out of the ground or out of the air or anywhere. So it will have a dry rot. And why I'm holding this up is because this is the miracle spray that you can use anytime you cut any timber to avoid the dry rot. This is only $15 from Bunnings, believe it or not. It's called Eco Seal, and it's magical. Now, you do 2 coats of that at the end of the timbers that you cut, and that will protect your timber for a very, very long time. So remember, Eco Seal, at Bunnings they have it for about $15. So, this is it. We're just about finishing the job now. It's going to be some soil gone over here, and we're going to just put some decking over there and some beautiful grass over the whole area. There are going to be some beautiful tables here for barbecue, and we're just about finished. But the important thing I wanted to show you is how we utilize the rocks that we find on site to make something beautiful like that. So, if you have a job that you have some problems with rocks or whatever you need to retain, just call the solutionist. We'll find a solution for you. Thank you for watching. See you on the next segment.